Hello everybody, my name is Irlin and welcome to my tutorial on the basic principles in hip hop. So all hip hop moves are based on these elements and we're going to go through every one of them because it will be necessary for you to know about and to know how to do so you can add them to the dance moves, and it's a good thing to have in your body if you're going to a club or want to just jam. So let's go into the first one, which is bounce. And a bounce, the name comes from when, like, for example, a ball is bouncing. So I go up and down. So the movement is like this. Yeah. So what we want to do is to bend our knees like this and lean the body backwards. That would be the most easiest way to do a bounce. So I lean down and up and down and up like this. Very simple, right? And when I do this, I try to have like a, not like a strong neck, but to be loose. So I fall into the movement, kind of like this, yeah? And when you do this movement, you can, of course, also try to step around as you do it. All right? We also want to remember not to be so hard or staccato, like really like doing it hard like this. We want to be more soft. Often when I teach children, I tell them that imagine if you're on a bike, you will always feel a difference if there is a lot of air in the bike or if the bike has no air, like in the wheels. Because if you're on like something that has a lot of air in it, you will have a very soft movement instead of this hard thing. Yes, sometimes we do it like this, but that will be because of the choreography or whatever. Usually we have a very airy way of doing it, like I'm walking on marshmallows. Yeah, or like a trampoline. Yeah, so you really want to feel the thighs going softly into every move. Can be a little hard actually. You can feel it in your thighs tomorrow. Yes. When we do this, we can also add the bounce to our chest. And I want you to imagine that you have like a ball, like doing this with a ball, but your ball is now here. So instead of going out like this, because that would be the ball going up, everything is happening underneath your hand. So if I have my hand here, everything is going in under your hand. So I go in, 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 in. And I kind of like crunch my back and I like close my belly. If you imagine your belly being a mouth, like this, I close it together. So I lean in. And then you can do it here, or you can add the knees to it. So your entire body is going in and out. You can even add your chest even more by using these two wings on your shoulder and pull them outwards, like opening up, like you're trying to stretch like this, but really opening them up. So you feel your entire body going down, down, like this. So that's a bounce. Okay? All right. Good job. Number 2 is simply rock. And this name comes from a rocking chair. Like if you sit in a rocking chair, you will go back and forward like this. And a rock is always going back and forward in any direction, actually. We're going to focus on frontal first. So if I lean back like this, again, I bend my knees, I lean back, and I come forward. Kind of like going back, forward, back, forward. And when you look at me when I do this, or if I just go to the front like this, my upper body is going like this, right? From the side to the side, or here, yeah? But also, my hips are also swinging. So if I bend my knees, have wide legs, bend your knees, and you go back and forward, you can see that my booty is swinging back and forward as well, right? So I swing, swing, swing. This is like going backwards, and you can also lean down and go to the front, yeah? So I go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yes, and this can be like a small move, just like jamming it, or it can be really big, like if you're going to perform it, or maybe battle it, or just feeling the music. Yeah, so that is a rock. So then we have bounce, and we have rock. Yes. So another important element in in hip hop, is the skate or slide. Everything that makes your feet slide to the ground, like you're skating, right? Like if I'm skating on rollerblades or skates, they will be like going with the entire feet close to the ground. So we can try now to just go over to the side and slide in. Slide, slide. So I take one foot out, and this one follows it in. Out and in, out and in, out and in, out and in, like this. Or you can try to like put your feet across the floor in any way you want, but just sliding. You know, there is many moves that consist of sliding and skating. You have like moonwalks, rooftops, Running Man, there's Bart Simpson, there's many moves, and you will find all the tutorials on my profile and on this website. So just remember the element slide. Just slide across the floor. Yeah? Okay, next thing is jump. And I guess you know what a jump is. A jump. So for example, doing a crisscross, we will have a jump. Crossing the feet, opening them, crossing the feet, and opening them. And again, there are many moves with jumps. Kick pull change, Atlanta stomp. Many different moves have jumps. We're also going to go back to that later. But just remember, we have now bounce, we have rock, we have slide, and we have jump, like a crisscross. This move is called a crisscross. All right, another element there is roll and wave. And roll basically means anything that is going in circles. For example, if you isolate your hips and move in circles here, or isolate your upper body and going in circle here. It can also be your hands doing a locking routine, or your arms, more like a whacking thing. It can be your head. It can be different rolls with your arms, anything that has to do with rolls, yeah? So let's just do this isolation of moving your hips and your upper body. I imagine having like 4 points. I have one to the front, here, crunching your, like pulling your belly together, like standing like an old man. And you have back. Then I take my booty out. I will try to open up. Try not to do this, like don't move your upper body, but try to isolate and only like lift your booty out, like put your booty out. And then we have to the sides. One side, like leaning in, like try to like just lean on one feet, like put all the weight on this feet and try to push out your hips. And then the other side, this side. So it's here and here. So it's front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side, and forward, and moving on like this. And when you think about all the angles, you can try to go in a roll through them. Like imagine every place is like a point, and instead of going this, 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 you try to make it more like a circle. So rolling your hips through them. And then you also can try to do it the other way, this way. Ta, ta. Yes, and we roll through it. Yes. And it's more hard to do it, but you can also do it with your chest. Like opening your chest. Then I try to lean my shoulders back, like closing those wings together, like this. I also try to lift here. So I open up, and then I can close it. So my shoulders go to the front, I open up these wings, and I lean in here. So it's front and back, front and back, like this. Yeah? And then, and this is more difficult, we can also do the sides, going to one side or another. And this can take a while before this movement gets big. Maybe in the beginning you're just like this, right? Because you really have to stretch a lot to get this. And also there's a lot of techniques in it. But you have to try to just lean over to one side. Sometimes it helps to hold one hand here and like really feel that you are like doing this with your body. So you help yourself to feel where you're going. And the other side, yes. And same thing here. We can go to the front, to the side, to the back, to the side, to the front, to the side, to the back, to the side, and rolling between them. Or the other way, side, front, side, back, side, front, side, back, and rolling. Yes. So those are some examples on rolling. And these isolations is actually very, very important because we do them a lot when we dance. Okay, so now we have bounce, we have rock, we have skate, we have jump, and we have roll. Yes. There are also other elements like wave, everything that has to do with waves, and shakes and other things, but you will learn that later on this website or on my tutorials. So we're going to go through wave and shakes and everything, but today we're going to focus on these things because these are the key elements, the basic of the basic. So let's try out all this with music. Okay, just follow me. Let's start with the bounce. And then we're going to do a rock. Remember to bend your knees. Yeah, so bounce. Rock. Maybe your hips or your chest or both. From the top, we're going to bounce, then rock, then skate and jump, then roll. Yes, good job. Good job, amazing. Good job, remember to practice this a lot. This is perfect to add to the dance floor, just standing and like jamming in the floor, and to remember to add to all choreographies. Go through this many times, like look at it over and over again, and make sure that it feels natural for your body. It's like breathing or walking, to just add like bounce and stuff to your movements. Amazing. Good job. I will see you later in my tutorials. I wish you a wonderful, happy day. Bye bye.